I love Mom and Dad.
I'm the best family in the world. I love y'all so much.
You can tell Mom and Dad and Beyonce you did knock them dead, and we loved having you on. Thank you so much. Everybody else, take a little time to enjoy the gift.
Dancing with the Stars, live 2-hour season premiere 2 weeks from tonight on ABC.
All right, looking at Doppler radar, we got rain coming across portions of northern Mississippi, and now a line of storms starting to form just to our west over into Mississippi and starting to move in the shoals. We move over just a little bit there, and it looks like Florence and Tuscumia, you'll be getting wet here and not too much longer in the near future. We're going to talk about showers and storms, yes, increasing around the Tennessee Valley this afternoon, and you can already see that it's already good news as far as the rainfall is concerned. All right, we'll talk about that coming up. Now the news is on your way.
Coverage you can count on. This is WAAY 31 News Midday.
Well, the space shuttle is making its way off the launch pad today, but it's not heading for orbit. We'll tell you where it is going and why. Good late morning to you, Tennessee Valley. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave LaValle. Your time now on this Tuesday is 11 o'clock. Let's get a look at this morning's top stories. We want to begin as there's no word yet what caused 2 deadly crashes in the valley this morning. Both happened shortly after 8 o'clock. Now, in the first one, a truck driver died when his rig crashed on Hobb Island Road near Bull Mountain Road in the Hobb Island community. One person died when that person's car crashed on Bob Wade Lane and Mount Lebanon Road in North Huntsville. Space Shuttle Atlantis is leaving the launch pad. NASA administrators decided a couple of hours ago to move the shuttle back to the vehicle assembly building as Tropical Storm Ernesto threatens Florida. We're told it will take crews 12 hours to move the shuttle, and that could delay the crew's mission to the International Space Station for at least 8 days. Now, that puts it in conflict with the Russian space mission, since the station cannot handle both spacecraft at the same time. President and Mrs. Bush are in New Orleans this morning. They are joining folks there in marking today's first anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Brianna Keeler looks at the recovery effort in the Big Easy.
Silence marking the exact moment Hurricane Katrina made landfall in Louisiana 1 year ago today. Here in the Lower Ninth Ward, one of the most severely impacted neighborhoods in New Orleans, residents like 74-year-old Charles Tyler are ready to move on.
Come on, let's get it back together and go on up the road, because this is blaming this and blaming that. It's not going to fix anything.
Like Tyler, many here are marking the somber anniversary with an eye to the future.
There is no better way to honor our past than to build to the future.
Residents who stayed through the storm found themselves living out a nightmare. Mayor Ray Nagin says never again.
We have buses arranged, we have planes, we have trains. And we're going to say run fast and run with all your family, and let's get out of here.
Katrina took its toll in lives and political capital. Americans overwhelmingly blame the government, including President Bush, for the failed response to the disaster. A year later, he's back in the region to support the rebuilding efforts.
The fellow who was here and now a year later comes back, things are changing, and I congratulate you for your courage and your perseverance.
But here in New Orleans, where people want to move back into neighborhoods that are bordering levees, there's still a question on the table. Will those levees hold for the next storm? In the Lower Ninth Ward, I'm Brianna Keeler.
Now, coming up in the next half hour, we'll show you how the mayor is living up to his promise to restore New Orleans during the first 100 days into his second term. Well, when people think of Hurricane Katrina, they tend to think of New Orleans, but some of the worst damage happened a little east of there in Mississippi. Kyung Law shows you why victims there feel they're being forgotten 1 year later.
This is Main Street of downtown Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. When the eye of the storm came over this area, it destroyed dozens of businesses, including this one. You can see what's left here 1 year later after the eye of the storm came over this area. Entire streets gone, yet to be rebuilt. 1 year later, it is still clear there's still years of recovery ahead. When Hurricane Katrina roared into Mississippi, the 34-foot storm surge leveled Bay St. Louis. Patrick and Nicole Cleveland lost their home and both of Nicole's parents. A year later, they're still numb from the loss.
It's still hard to believe what has happened, and I still can't fathom it each time we go down there.
In nearby Gulfport Monday, President Bush walked through a damaged neighborhood, his 13th visit to Mississippi since Katrina. The president is still dogged by criticism of the slow federal response, but pledged he has not forgotten.
I've come back on this anniversary to thank you for your courage and to let you know the federal government stands with you still.
The challenge remains staggering. Waveland cleared 1.8 million cubic yards of debris this year, and that's just the beginning.
We just have so far to go, just at the basic, recovery level. That because this storm was such a monstrosity, just the obliteration of the area.
There is some progress. Once ruined casinos in the Gulf are open, bringing in jobs and tax revenues.
You know you're a month old today?
And among the victims, signs of hope and new beginnings.
It almost seems like it was 10 years ago. We've had a child, moved twice.
Now, the local government here says 50% of the businesses are back. 3/4 of the residents have returned, but many of them still live in trailers, still fighting through red tape. Reporting from Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, I'm Kyung Law.
Now, here are some interesting facts regarding Hurricane Katrina. We're getting these numbers from FEMA leaders. 90,000 square miles of land were devastated. That's roughly the size of Great Britain. 99 million cubic yards of debris were removed. More than 270,000 people went to shelters. Emergency decrees were declared in 42 states and Washington, D.C. Well, there are many survivors of Hurricane Katrina right here in North Alabama. And we'll introduce you to one of them who is at UAH, who has some passionate feelings about New Orleans and its leaders 1 year after the storm. And you'll hear her story tonight on WAAY 31 News at 10 o'clock. Well, leaders in New Orleans say they're moving ahead with plans to demolish thousands of public housing units damaged by Katrina. Now, this comes after what federal housing leaders are calling a sick and twisted joke. You see, Andy Bitchelbaum told Louisiana representatives yesterday those plans were to be scrapped. However, he claimed to be from the Federal Housing Department. It turns out it was a joke by members of Yes Men. They go around the country impersonating representatives of various corporations such as McDonald's. Well, we now know the name of the latest civilian contractor with ties to the valley killed in Iraq. 39-year-old Kerry Robinson of Orlando, Florida was killed yesterday when his truck was hit by a bomb. Robinson worked for the Army's Engineering and Support Center in Huntsville. 31 contractors from the center have now died in Iraq. An extradition hearing will take place this afternoon in Colorado for John Carr. Charges against the former North Alabama man in the John Benet Ramsey case were dropped yesterday after DNA samples did not match. Carr is wanted in California on child pornography charges. He left the country in 2001 after charges were filed against him. Jurors are deciding as we speak whether a convicted killer lives or dies. Jason Sharp was convicted yesterday in Huntsville of the 1999 rape and murder of Tracy Morris. Today also marks the first anniversary of the murder of a Huntsville police officer. A plaque of Daniel Golden will be unveiled this afternoon at the department's West Precinct. Now, Golden spent 3.5 years as a Huntsville police officer. He was shot to death when he responded to a domestic disturbance. 31-year-old Benito Albaran could be sentenced to death if he's convicted of killing Officer Golden. Well, authorities need your help today finding the person responsible for a bank robbery in Huntsville. These are surveillance photos taken while the Alabama Credit Union on Whitesburg Drive was held up just after 11 o'clock yesterday morning. Investigators are not saying how much the gunman took. If you have any information about this bank robbery, you're asked to call Huntsville Police or the FBI. Alabama Governor Bob Riley will be in the Rocket City this afternoon. He'll be on hand for the opening of his Huntsville headquarters at the corner of Governors and Parkway next to the Taipan restaurant. The event runs from 3:30 to 5:30. Meteorologist Keller Watts is standing by with a look at what the governor can expect for his visit in terms of weather and what you can expect for the rest of your Tuesday. Your time right now is 11:08. Thanks for watching WAAY 31 News Midday.
You're watching WAAY 31. Coverage you can count on.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Jerry Damson Auto Group. When the temps go up, the prices come down. Family Ford in Florence. 100 new Ford model cars and trucks must be sold to make room for the 07s. Save over X900 on an F-150 Super Cab. 75% savings on the F-150 regular cab XL. Save over $6,100 on a Ford 500 SE. Save $10,500 on a Ford Expedition XLT. Family Ford will beat any verifiable low price deal by $300. Guaranteed. Get 0% APR financing during the Big Tent Sale at Family Ford, Florence Boulevard, Florence.
Welcome to Bell South. I'm a little nervous. Oh, we have great services and a great offer. Keep it short and simple. You'll be fine.
Yes, sir. Terrific savings.
And now even more cash back. Up to $300.
Hello, Bell South.
That's right, on all the services you need.
It's easy. With Bell South, you get everything from one company. Think about it. Would you go to 5 places for dinner? One place for a salad, another for your fish, then across town for a potato, and back uptown for dessert? No, of course not. You go to the one place where the price is right. Now, think Bell South. Unlimited local and long distance, high-speed internet, direct TV service, singular wireless, everything you need with big savings and up to $300 cash back. Plus, all your Bell South services come on one bill. So there it is, short and sweet. Thank you, ma'am.
Call Bell South for the most cash back ever, up to $300.
Yeah, I'm a little shy by nature.
Jerry Springer, he may be the king of talk.
Everything hurts. My hair hurts.
But when it comes to his dancing,
I don't have a prayer.
Words can't describe it. Dancing with the Stars, live 2-hour premiere, Tuesday, September 12th at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
For discounts up to 40% on auto insurance, see Wendy Burpee in Huntsville.
Now, your Storm Force 31 forecast, simple and accurate. Here's meteorologist Keller Watts.
We'll start our daily tower cam tour here. We'll begin with our Saturn V rocket camera, high atop the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. We're looking at Monte Sano in the background. Gorgeous skies out there. It's warming up quite a bit out there. We're on mid-80s to upper 80s already, and things are going to look like they will likely see the heat index get to around 95 to 98 degrees a little bit later on this afternoon. All right, right out our back door. That is a gorgeous shot. Billowing white clouds, blue sky draping the background. Very nice, although this may not be the sights in a few hours. We've got some rain moving in, and we're going to talk about that. Over in the shoals, you're already seeing some rain showers. None in Florence as of yet, but Florence, you're likely to be getting rain within the next hour, but you are seeing some gorgeous blue skies over there for the time being. All right, Doppler radar, power zoom, Storm Force 31 showing a glob of rain showers coming through North Mississippi, southern portions of western Tennessee. Now we've got a line forming. This is actually the cold front that will be pushing through here a little bit later on today, bringing in some drier air. So right now you can see basically portions of what looks like Lawrence, Giles, and even Hardin County getting some rain, some of it moving into Lauderdale and Colbert County as well. Storm Force 31 live radar. Take in just a little bit closer and show you what's going on. Who's getting the rain right now? Waterloo and Rye. The next on the list, I think, Rhodesville up to southern middle Tennessee. This is Lawrence and Hardin counties, Collinwood and West Point, and getting some much needed rainfall. And tell you what, we need the rain as well, and we're not going to get all that much. It's probably only going to just serve to wet the roads. Here's your planner by 4 p.m. this afternoon. I think right around 90 degrees. Like I say, the heat index could easily be around 95 to 98 degrees by 9 o'clock tonight. The showers still threaten, but those are going to decrease though as we head through the late evening and early morning hours. Good rain chances this afternoon. We're already seeing that. Ernesto in Alabama, big question mark on that. It's not likely, but probable that we could see some rain showers on Thursday, as Ernesto looks like he's going to take a left-hand turn once he starts to make landfall. Now, 90s, yep, they'll take a break, as we're going to stay in the 80s pretty much for the rest of the work week. Besides today, we are in the 80s right now, mid-80s, 90 already in Fort Payne, Guntersville, and Gaston, so they've already hit the high temperatures for this hour. Satellite shot showing nothing really, but clouds draping a cold front across the southeast. We'll go down here and look at Ernesto and see what's going on. The 10 o'clock update, here it is. Wind still 47 miles per hour. Very not impressive, I guess, of a tropical storm that's sitting over the Florida Straits right now. It's only about 200 miles off the Miami or the Florida Peninsula. It'll make landfall somewhere along the Florida Keys by, looks like, maybe 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning. Now, watch Ernesto as he makes his way up the Florida Peninsula. Rain from Miami all the way up to Orlando, even portions of St. Augustine and Orlando, as he moves along the eastern seaboard. Watch him make a left-hand turn here. He's going to get caught up by the cold front, and then the cold front will release its grip, and he'll make a left-hand turn. He'll get caught up in the westerlies, and that'll bring some much-needed rainfall to portions of the Ohio River Valley. There's the cold front that'll pass this afternoon. Other than that, we're going to be, I think, high and dry for the next several days. Only about a 30% chance of rain into the forecast. High pressure setting up, and that's also going to bring Ernesto. And so we could see some rain showers on Thursday, that's for sure. 87 this afternoon or so. Temperatures could get to the 90s. Overnight lows with a north wind. Temperatures will be in the low 70s. Here's the way we stand right now with the winds already out of the north around 3 miles an hour or so. Hot and humid this afternoon. A few showers overnight, cooling down to 70 with lingering showers and cloudy skies. 7-day forecast doesn't look too terribly bad. We're not talking about 90s anymore this week. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about 80s for a while, and rightfully so, as we're heading into the fall season. It's about time we start to see some of the temperatures chill out a little bit, you know? I mean, good grief. We've had 100-degree temperatures just, not more than 3 weeks ago, 90s last week. Now, finally, we're getting into the 80s, and a chance of rain doesn't look too bad either.
I like that, yeah.
Yep.
All right, thanks very much, Keller.
Okay.
Well, right now you are urgently asked to give the gift of life. We're going to tell you why and how in just a moment. Your time right now is 11:14. You're watching WAAY 31 News.
Want to lose weight and keep eating the foods you love? Go for it. Want to bring back the fun of shopping for clothes? You can do it. Want to watch your waistline shrink while enjoying the same foods as everyone else? Be our guest. Visit a Weight Watchers meeting for free. Discover why people who attend Weight Watchers meetings lose 3 times more weight than those who go it alone. Visit a meeting for free, and if you decide to join, pay only $15. Weight Watchers. Watch yourself change.
Let Alabama Heritage Homes welcome you home to Hampton Ridge. Surround yourself in luxury and style in our newest custom-built Huntsville community. Nestled in the foothill of Green Mountain, Hampton Ridge offers elegant 1- and 2-story brick homes, complete with all the space required by today's living and entertaining standards. Custom build your dream home from the inside out without paying the custom home price. Alabama Heritage Homes welcomes you home to Hampton Ridge. Call for more information, 533-7164.
If you need a light bulb change to adding a room addition, Gibson's Home Repair and Remodeling are the people you can trust.
I use Gibson Home Repair. He's very dependable, trustworthy, honest. He's affordable, which is very important to most every homeowner, and they want the job done right the first time.
Licensed and insured, 20 years experience and free estimates. Gibson's Home Repair and Remodeling, 828-7019. Total Home Care, 828-7019.
You can count on Frank to do the job right the first time.
Man, your game's really off. Man, my car got sideswiped and my shoulder's killing me. What have you done about it? Well, I made a doctor's appointment. My car's in the shop. I mean, about your legal rights. Well, I just assumed that. Don't assume. You need to call Legal Options and speak to one of their experts. Legal Options? And you need to do it right now.
Remember, you've got options. Call Legal Options at 1-800-777-7774 now.
Come on, honey, let's go. I don't mean right now. I'm balling at 250.
All right, there's a live look at Huntsville, courtesy of our Saturn V camera at the Space and Rocket Center. Keller will have more on your Tuesday forecast in just a moment. Right now, we want to say hi to Katie Atkins from the Blood Center here in town, and you got an urgent call and an urgent plea to make today.
Right. We have a blood drive coming up tomorrow. It's called Huntsville's Hottest Blood Drive, and we will be at our donor center from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., and at Madison Dublin Park in the meeting rooms from 8 a.m. until 6 also.
For people who are not familiar, where is the main center located?
The American Red Cross is located at 1101 Washington Street, so pretty close to downtown, in between the Oakwood and Pratt Avenue cross streets.
Let's talk about how urgently people are being asked these days to donate blood.
Right, blood is needed all the time. Every 2 seconds, someone requires a blood transfusion. And our needs right now are mainly for type O and type B blood, and that's positive and negative of each. We've had several patients who have had urgent needs for blood and have used a tremendous amount. So we really need those types to come out and donate tomorrow, today if you've got time, but all types are needed.
What is it that people need to know about donating blood that maybe, or misconceptions that they have about donating blood?
I think a lot of people believe when they donate blood that the blood just gets put into a bank like your money does when you cash your check.
Right.
But really your blood is being used by a hospital patient in 2 to 3 days after you donate it. So there's a quick turnaround. And it's, like I said, we need about 800 people to come in and donate blood every day in order to keep up with the demands of hospital patients. So it's quick, it's easy, anybody can do it.
How quick?
It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get through the entire process.
That's the questions, you know, getting through the screening, the test, but actually donating blood itself, that's very quick.
Right. Actually, the needle's only in between 5 and 10 minutes, depending on how quick you bleed and how fast you try to pump it out. So.
Who's not eligible to donate blood?
You have to be at least 17 years old, weigh at least 110 pounds, and be in general good health. You've also got to bring a valid photo identification when you come. So most medications are accepted, and just about anybody can give.
And also, if people are going to donate blood, they also should have something to eat before they give blood.
Exactly. Eat a good breakfast before you come in and donate. If you give after lunch, make sure you have a good breakfast and lunch. And if you drink plenty of water, plenty of juice, fluids, then your blood's going to come out a lot faster, and that needle is in your arm a lot less time. So.
Okay, very quickly again, where is this blood drive taking place tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Huntsville's Hottest Blood Drive, our American Red Cross Donor Center on Washington Street, and at Madison Dublin Park in the meeting rooms from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., both locations. And you get a great shirt when you come in to donate. And you're also automatically entered to win a $1,000 shopping spree. So compliments of American Express. So
bribery is a good thing.
It is.
All right, Katie Atkins, thanks so much for joining us, and hopefully you can help tomorrow by giving the gift of life. Stay with us. Sports is on the way. Your time is 11:20. You're watching WAAY 31 News Midday.
I'm a physical therapist, and washing my hands all day is damaging.
Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Lotion. 7 intensive moisturizers and 3 vitamins.
Nothing heals like this.
Can your lotion do that? Gold Bond Ultimate Healing.
This stuff really works.
Does knee pain limit your motion? Get relief with Icy Hot Pro Therapy. Powered by Cold Pack.
Now I can scramble.
I can feel it work.
It goes the distance. Pro Therapy from Icy Hot. It's about freedom of motion.
Here's important news for property owners. Do you break your backs every year, raking, blowing, bagging, and hauling? Does it seem like you never finish this job? Well, now you can clear acres of leaves and yard debris while you sit. Introducing the new Cyclone Rake with revolutionary jet path vacuum technology. It's the most powerful and clog-free lawn vacuum anywhere. The Cyclone Rake hitches to nearly any riding mower. Its powerful vacuum turbine gives you 10 times the lifting power of most mowers, and many times the hauling capacity, up to a giant 415 gallons. That's more than 12 of these huge barrels. The Cyclone Rake is so powerful, it lifts and mulches just about any yard debris in a single pass. Look how easily it clears this deep leaf cover. It even turns debris like this into mulch like this. Volume is reduced many times in size. Our power vacuum pickup accessory gives you professional truck loader power and goes everywhere your mower can't reach. Loading the Cyclone Rake is easy too. Just back up to your compost site and drive away. We let gravity do the work, not your back. If you have curbside pickup, our optional power bagger accessory automatically mulches and bags, curbside ready, as you drive. You'll never stuff lawn bags again. And our optional power unloader accessory lets you unload to places you can't even drive to, like over a fence, into a truck, or right uphill. Best of all, when you're done, the Cyclone Rake folds up flat and hangs right on the wall. It's easy to store in any garage. So call 800-600-3792 or log on to CycloneRake.com for your free Cyclone Rake information kit and live action video. When it comes to property cleanup, there's never been a more powerful tool. That's CycloneRake.com or 800-600-3792. Turn back-breaking fall cleanup into a ride in the park. 800-600-3792. Act now.
Good morning, everybody. Our award-winning Friday Night Football show makes its debut this week. It's going to be another great season with all the scores, all the highlights, and all the fun. Plenty of great games on tap. There's just a few of the contests going on week 1. Huntsville and Decatur get together in the River City. Brooks travels to Madison Academy, and North Jackson opens up with Buckhorn. Columbia High School, the newest 4A school in Huntsville, will open up its first football season against Hackleburg High School. WAAY 31's Hugh Keaton has more from the new kids on the block.
The Columbia Eagles are starting from scratch. Friday's contest in Hackleburg will be the first game in school history.
We first have got to develop some kind of a oneness and chemistry about us. We're very fractured and splintered. We have a lot of people that have come to us from different parts of the country, as well as some of the other schools in the city. So I'm interested in seeing how we're going to respond together as a team, and it's been quite a challenge.
We've got people from all over, you know, from different states and stuff that have moved down here. I mean, it's going to be a real big challenge for us to get together this year.
Frank Horton transferred from Butler, and he's glad to have a fresh start at Columbia.
I wanted to start a new beginning, you know, because we had ups and downs at Butler. I just thought this would be a new fresh beginning over at Columbia as a new school.
Columbia faces great challenges in their first year of football, but they've also created challenges for other schools in Huntsville who've lost players to the first-year program.
There's always going to be some friction. I know if I was Coach Sanders at Butler and I had lost a Josh Macklin, a Cash Macklin, and a Frank Horton, and maybe even some others to the rezoning of the two schools, I wouldn't be a happy camper. And I can understand that there might be some friction, but all I can do is worry about Columbia football.
Columbia will compete as a 4A school this season. In Huntsville, Hugh Keaton, WAAY 31 Sports.
All right, Hugh, thank you very much. If you were hoping to buy Alabama football tickets at face value for one of the Tide's home games in 2006, you now have one game to choose from. Louisiana-Monroe on September 16th. About 1,000 ducats left for that blowout. All the other home games are sold out as of yesterday, according to the Tide Athletic Office. With the completion of the north end zone renovations at Bryant-Denny Stadium, Tuscaloosa now boasts the 7th largest stadium in the country with a seating capacity of 92,138. And we finish up with some Southern League baseball stars and Mississippi Braves. Last night at Joe Davis Stadium, first inning, Brandon Catan breaks up the scoreless tie with the liner to the wall. Ryan Braun comes around to score. Catan is thrown out at third. Stars led 1-0. Fourth inning, bases loaded for Mississippi's Josh Arteaga. He drops the blooper into left. The run scores, tying the game at 1 apiece, but the Stars come back to win this one 6-5. Huntsville maintains a 3.5-game lead in the Northern Division. Also, Columbus, Georgia wins the Little League World Series, and the Tennessee Titans signed veteran quarterback Kerry Collins. I guess Billy Volek was not the answer for the Titans. All right, I'm out of sports and out of time. Have a good morning, everybody.
Golf Gunter's Landing in Guntersville. Our scenic course is open to the public with memberships available. We offer a fully stocked golf shop with club repair specialists and the best teaching facility in North Alabama with an outstanding teacher. Enjoy our beautiful surroundings and our brand new banquet room, great for wedding receptions, banquets, parties, or meetings. We also offer full service catering and audio-video setup. For your next golf outing, remember Gunter's Landing, just before the Guntersville Bridge off Highway 431.
Lisa knew she needed to set a better example for her kids. She wanted them to be proud of their mother. And that's why she called Virginia College at Huntsville. The medical assisting program was perfect for her. She loved the small classes. And being a role model for her children made her feel proud again. Call Virginia College today. Stop by the college on Bob Wallace Avenue, just west of Memorial Parkway. Or visit our website at bc.edu/Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Miranda Meek, and I'd like to invite you to watch the Home Builders Show Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. on WAAY TV. We'll be introducing you to some of the finest home builders in North Alabama: Red Rock Homes, Alabama Heritage Homes, and Mark Harris Homes. They'll be taking us on a tour of some of the floor plans that they have to offer, as well as giving us expert tips and advice. You can also check us out on the web at waaytv.com. I hope you'll join me Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. right here on WAAY TV for the Home Builders Show.
Hi, Dave Ingram, Mako Collision, representing Huntsville and Decatur, Alabama. We are a family-owned and operated business. We're committed to pleasing our customers. We offer quality repairs at reasonable prices. When you're looking for the right company to fix your car, trust Mako. If you've been in an accident and you're unsure of what to do, please call us. We'll be glad to help you.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
There's a live look at the valley, courtesy of our camera high atop Monte Sano. Keller will have more on your Tuesday forecast in just a moment. You know, it would help having one of these things on. So let's go ahead and get that on right now. The boys from Fort Payne are singing, or getting ready to sing, a new tune. Members of the Country Hall of Fame band Alabama will release Alabama Songs of Inspiration October 24th. We're told it's an album of traditional hymns, standards, plus 2 new songs. It's the band's first new album in more than 5 years, and the first since the band's farewell tour wrapped up 3 years ago. It's also Alabama's first album with inspirational content. And somehow, how come we got to believe that's going to sound pretty good?
It is.
Considering those guys, the boys from Fort Payne.
You better believe that.
So's the weather sounding looking good right now.
You're pretty decent outside. Maybe not that way for long, though. We've got thunderstorms coming in from the west. Already got a few severe thunderstorm warnings over there in Mississippi. Other than that, it looks like that we are definitely going to see some rain showers a little bit later on this afternoon. That is just along ahead of a cold front. We're looking at 7-day forecast with a chance of rain increasing today to around 60%. Then we drop significantly tomorrow, Wednesday, all the way through Monday, actually, when we will feel the effects of the drier air that come in behind the front. Only mid to upper 80s for the duration. That is good news that we will not be talking about 90s.
You got that right. All right, thanks, Keller. And we still got a half hour to go. You're watching WAAY 31 News Midday.
Homemade lasagna, a meal that can't be rushed. Well, now everything you love about the taste of lasagna is on a pizza. Ooh, Mamma mia! Introducing the new Sicilian lasagna pizza from Pizza Hut. Hearty beef topping and a blend of mozzarella, creamy ricotta, and Parmesan cheese, all on a seasoned crust. It's just $10.99.
Why you don't make pizza like this?
Go for the good stuff. Right now for just $5 more at any medium one-topping pizza.
At Office Furniture Outlet, our everyday low prices means we rarely have a sale, but this one's a whopper. We have new shipments arriving at both our South Parkway and downtown Decatur stores, and no place to display. We have slashed prices on all inventory currently in stock. Thousands of items, executive, home office, seating, accessories, framed art, and much, much more. Closeout and new in the box will go at some price. Delivery available, but bring your truck and haul it away for the very best price. Come prepared to buy at Office Furniture Outlet.
Log on to WAAYTV.com and here's what you'll find. All the latest news. A look at Storm Force 31 live radar. Text message anyone. Get legal advice from the law firm of Senior Timberlake and Lee. All on WAAYTV.com.
Hello, folks. I'm Rocky Drake, and I'd like for you to join me every Sunday morning at 6:30 for one big adventure.
From hunting and fishing right here in the Tennessee Valley to journeys all around North America, we put you right in the middle of the action.
It's an outdoor show that's fun, exciting, and entertaining. So join us right here on WAAY 31, Sunday mornings at 6:30.
Rocky Drake Outdoors is brought to you by Bentley Pontiac GMC in Huntsville, Wiley Outdoor Sports, Wavaho, your quality co-op store, and Summit Tree Stands.
Jerry Springer, he may be the king of talk.
Everything hurts. My hair hurts.
But when it comes to his dancing,
I don't have a prayer.
Words can't describe it. Dancing with the Stars, live 2-hour premiere, Tuesday, September 12th at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
Well, rain showers once again are back to our west. They're moving into the shoals and are actually already entering Lauderdale and Colbert County, as well as Hardin Wayne and Lawrence County. And, yeah, these are some very heavy rain showers. Actually, they're moving off at a nice clip off to the west, or excuse me, east, at about 20-25 miles per hour. So this afternoon, we're looking at definitely the onslaught of some rain showers. We're already at 90 degrees in Fort Payne, Guntersville, Gadsden, in the 80s everywhere else. So this is the way we're looking, 90s this afternoon. The heat index could well be 99 before we see the cold front push through. A few showers, otherwise cloudy overnight. We'll talk about Ernesto and other things in the 7-day forecast that I think you'll be pleased with. Now the news is on your way.
Coverage you can count on. This is WAAY 31 News Midday.
Well, the space shuttle is making its way off the launch pad today, but it's not heading to orbit. We'll tell you where it is going and why. Good late morning to you once again, Tennessee Valley. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Laval. John Carr is no longer a suspect in the murder of the 10-year-old murder of John Benet Ramsey. Yet this former North Alabama man sits in a Colorado jail cell this morning. ABC's Chris Cuomo shows you why the case fell apart and what's next for Carr.
One counter for Monday's announcement was an unceremonious finale.
The warrant on Mr. Carr has been dropped by the district attorney.
To what was a circus-like beginning. Thai authorities publicly paraded the man who was supposed to end nearly a decade of waiting. Then came John Mark Carr's stunning supposed confession to reporters.
I love John Benet. Die accidentally.
But his words wound up being the only things connecting him to the death of John Benet Ramsey. After intense investigation, prosecutors finally revealed why they were interested in him in the first place. Releasing emails and phone calls between Carr and Professor Michael Tracy, where Carr described in great detail how he killed John Benet.
I covered her mouth, but before I did, I kissed her on her lips, and I said, I love you, John Benet. That's so soft.
But DNA results excluded Carr. And just as important, authorities couldn't place him in Colorado at the time of the killing. On the contrary, strong circumstantial evidence suggests he was elsewhere. So for all the expectations, authorities say Carr is not their man, appearing to be guilty of only a sick obsession, at least in the case of John Benet Ramsey.
Governor Bill Owens was very critical of the district attorney, calling this DNA test the most expensive in Colorado history. But we do now know that authorities have reasons to believe that in Thailand, John Mark Carr was spending time with children. So getting him off the street may have just been a safety issue. And although there were rumors that Carr was going to be released to his family, we now know that he's going to stay in the jail behind me, facing extradition charges from California for possession of child pornography. Chris Cuomo, ABC News, Boulder, Colorado.
Now, Carr's relatives said he spent Christmas 1996 with them in Alabama and Georgia when John Benet Ramsey was killed. Well, the search is over this morning for one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives. Agents say they arrested Warren Jeffs early this morning in Las Vegas. The Mormon sect leader is wanted in Utah and Arizona, where he faces charges of sexual misconduct and arranging marriages between underage girls and older men. Well, the space shuttle Atlantis is leaving the launch pad. NASA administrators decided earlier this morning to move the shuttle back to the vehicle assembly building as Tropical Storm Ernesto threatens Florida. Now, we're told it will take crews 12 hours to move the shuttle, and that could delay the crew's mission to the International Space Station for at least 8 days. And that would put it in conflict with a Russian space mission, since the station cannot handle both spacecraft at the same time. Well, just a reminder, today is the first anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and coming up tonight on WAAY 31 News at 5, 6, and 10, we'll show you how the hurricane evacuees in the valley are coping 1 year later, as well as show you how folks back on the coast are dealing with this, the first anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. But right now, our eyes are focused on the Caribbean as Ernesto is churning. Where's it going? Keller will tell you in just a moment. Your time now is 11:36. You're watching WAAY 31 News Midday.
Informative, practical, biblical, up-to-date, inspirational. If you've been waiting for a program with these unique traits, tune in to Real World Ministry from 10:30 to 11 a.m. on Sunday mornings on Channel 31. Real World Ministry, produced by Heritage Christian University, provides valuable classroom instruction, special guests, and updates that are sure to encourage and motivate you. Real World Ministry, 10:30 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on Channel 31.
Why are you still on dial-up instead of Bell South Fast Access DSL?
Money for our budget, yeah. I can't afford it. He has a bad job, so. I work for your dad.
Actually, Bell South Fast Access DSL is as low as $24.95 a month. Really?
Yeah, but some of those companies will start you off on one. They usually start you at that rate.
Then they hit you with the real price 6 months later.
Not with Bell South. There's no introductory pricing. Guaranteed. It's just $24.95 a month.
It's really that much faster?
Yeah. Bell South has speeds up to 100 times faster than standard dial-up.
100 times faster?
Oh, that's good. Wow.
That's fast.
So what are you waiting for? Go with Bell South Fast Access DSL today for prices as low as $24.95 a month. And you can even get $75 cash back on select speeds. Plus get a free modem when you order online. So why are you still using dial-up?
Why are we still using dial-up?
I don't know.
I am out of excuses.
Bell South. Listening, answering.
Let us prove to you that Family Hyundai has the best deal in all of North Alabama. We will not be undersold. If you want to get the best value for your money and accept the Hyundai Challenge, come to Family Hyundai in Florence. We offer the best overall warranty in the car industry, 100,000 miles or 10 years powertrain, and 5 years, 60,000-mile bumper to bumper. And we have the absolute newest technology available to keep your car in excellent condition. We will not be undersold. Family Hyundai, Florence Boulevard in Florence.
For discounts up to 40% on auto insurance, see John Gunn in Huntsville.
Now, your Storm Force 31 forecast, simple and accurate. Here's meteorologist Keller Watts.
Guess what? This is why it's called live TV. Tell you what, let's go ahead and take you outside right now and show you what's going on around the valley. If we can go ahead and show you first, give you a tour of the valley. This is Huntsville from our Saturn V camera at the Space and Rocket Center. Has got a lot of sunshine out there and some clouds, but if we go ahead and check radar very quickly, if we can do that, we can show you that there is some nasty stuff blowing in from the west. As you can see, you got that system that's starting to enter Florence. And speaking of entrances, here's Keller.
Hey, Dave, I appreciate you taking over for me there. Yeah, this is Storm Force 31 live radar, and we are looking at some rain showers back to the west. They are now moving into the Shoals area, Colbert, and portions of Lauderdale County, Wayne, and Lawrence and Giles County also getting a few showers. We can put this into motion and show you the propagation of these storms. And nothing severe expected, but we do have a severe warning. Looks like over into western Mississippi, but other than that, things seem to be just right on tap as the cold front starts to push through a little bit later on this afternoon. The wider view, here is Storm Force 31 live radar, and you can see a bulk of showers that will, looks like they're going to soak western sections of Tennessee, and they will continue moving up, I think, the Cumberland Plateau. We will not, however, cash in on a bulk of the rainfall. It looks like it's just going to pass us by as it usually does, but we'll get some decent rain showers, I think, out of those storms coming out of Mississippi. By 4 p.m. today, 90 degrees. We could see a heat index easily of 95 to 98 by 9 p.m. Cooling off, we'll see a northerly wind push in behind this front, and that'll bring in drier air. Now, Ernesto in Alabama, well, if it's not probable, then it's probably not likely that we're going to see anything out of Ernesto unless he makes a hard left turn, which that is looking more and more likely as we head to the weekend. 90s are taking a hiatus. We're going to be staying in the 80s this week, and we are there right now. 90s in Guntersville, 90 in Fort Payne, as well as in Gaston. Mid-80s just about everywhere else. So the clouds and satellite shot, that's what we're most interested in because it shows us Ernesto down to the south here. Now, the 10 a.m. update still showing Ernesto is a very disorganized, poorly organized storm. Wind is only 47 miles per hour, so as this thing makes landfall, it will likely weaken quickly as it will lose its moisture source once it hits the peninsula of Florida. But watch as it moves up towards Orlando and these areas. It doesn't weaken all that much. It still stays a tropical storm, and it will reform out over, looks like, the sections of off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina, and then turn into a depression somewhere, maybe over North Carolina into Virginia. So they could definitely benefit from a soaking rain shower out of Ernesto later on in the week. All right, the cold front passes this afternoon. Behind it, drier air. That's going to definitely keep our heat index in check, as we will see only 80s for the rest of the work week. Here is the high temperatures this afternoon. Easily we get into the 90s. All right, we'll talk about the 7-day forecast, and better news there as we enter the middle to the latter part of the work week. Things are looking on the up and up. Still a chance of showers, around 30%, and upper 80s. So as long as we're not dealing with 90s, I think that's fine with everyone.
All right. Thanks very much, Keller. Well, as we said, today marks the first anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. It came ashore in Mississippi, but also hard hit was New Orleans. Now, Ray Nagin announced his 100-day initiative to help restore and rebuild his city after he was reelected mayor. Now, Randy Kay has followed the progress of the mayor's plan and tells us how successful the mayor has been.
Get a single and put it up here. It's just going to be one light switch there.
We first met Michael Reed 26 days into the mayor's 100-day plan. He was rebuilding his mother's home. He's still at it without government help.
So you know that I own that property, and you sent me a tax bill, but you can't send me no help to get that property back up and running.
Mayor Ray Nagin had promised his plan would speed up rebuilding, reduce crime, clean up debris, and get the justice system rolling again. Why then, just a week shy of 100 days, do so many residents still feel forgotten?
We're the victims of what the government is not doing. They're sitting on their hands in their offices, and they're still sucking up their air conditioning. They're still doing what they did before the storm, and we're the ones that don't have our homes.
Rob Kuig, who heads the 100-day committee, says there's no magic wand.
You told me 26 days into the 100-day plan that it was unfair of me to be critical of the progress. So now we're approaching 100 days. Is it still unfair of me to be critical, or anybody else?
No, I think that people can be critical and then they can be realistic. And all I'm saying is you got to decide which side of the coin you want to dwell on. I think it's more important that we begin to look at the things that are actually happening here.
Like the crime rate, which Kuig says has been cut in half. Courts are holding trials again and potholes are being paved. Even some public pools have opened. But should pools be a priority when people have been living in FEMA trailers for a year?
No, but it wasn't as though we stopped trying to build homes so that we could open up pools.
And what about the city's $5 million trash pickup program?
Is it pretty yet? No. Is it getting a lot better? Absolutely.
There are some signs of progress, like demolition. Contractors are tearing down homes every day. The guy in that track hose says he's gotten so good at it, he can take this house down in just 12 minutes.
But then what? Will homes like this one be rebuilt? City Councilman Oliver Thomas.
I would like to see the city take all of its capital funds, whatever we have, and just spend it. Get together with nonprofits, housing agencies, and let them add them. And let them start rebuilding yesterday.
For Michael Reed, even yesterday is too late.
365 days. That's over 3 100-day plans. And the city of New Orleans haven't even given us a plan yet. I guess you'll come back in 365 more days, and we'll still be waiting on the plan to rebuild.
Patience for many here seems to have washed away with the storm. Randy Kay, CNN, New Orleans.
Alabama Heritage Homes welcomes you home to Phillips Creek. Custom build your dream home from the inside out without paying the custom home price. Choose from many lots, including cul-de-sac and creekside. Phillips Creek is in the Monrovia school area. Each custom home comes standard with solid surface countertops, security system, fully sodded yard with sprinkler system, and privacy fence. A special thanks to our business partners who supply you with the best. Alabama Heritage Homes welcomes you home to Phillips Creek. Call for more information, 895-0243.
Homeowners, if you have doors that rub, if you have cracks over your doors in your sheetrock or ceiling, you have a settling problem. If your floor sags or tips, if things shake or rattle when people walk through your house, you have a settling problem. Stop this problem now before it becomes an expensive problem by calling Economy Floor Supports today. 830-4942. We're locally owned and operated. Huntsville's #1 floor support company. That's 830-4942.
Are you getting enough fiber in your diet? To get the 25 to 30 grams of daily fiber you need for ongoing good health, what else would you have time for? That's why there's great tasting Fiber Choice, the chewable fiber supplement. Each bottle contains 180 grams of fiber. You'd need more than 3 bottles of fiber pills at 3 times the price to get the same amount. And try new Fiber Choice Plus Calcium with as much calcium as 14 ounces of milk in each dose. Fiber Choice, original and new Plus Calcium chewable tablets.
Way to go, Joey!
So how's it going with Carl?
Well, that car wreck he was in, he really messed him up.
He can't even go back to work for weeks. Who'd you call about your rights?
We didn't know who to call.
You should call Legal Options.
Legal Options?
They have experts who know all about these things.
If you've been seriously injured, you've got options. Call Legal Options at 1-800-777-7774. Call now.
Legal options. I'll call him right now.
And there's a live look at the shoals. Keller will have more on your Tuesday forecast in just a moment. Right now, we want to say good morning to Allison Couch from Alabama A&M and Kevin Crenshaw, local attorney. It's that time of year again, the annual Successful Aging Initiative. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, Kevin, this year, every year there's a different theme or a different way that you want to present it. This year is no different.
Yeah, each year we try to highlight a different area of aging. This year is called the Art of Aging, the mind, the body, and the soul, and we're wanting to look at a holistic approach to aging, and that will be our first general session.
When you say holistic, for people who are not familiar with that term,
we're looking at aging from a spiritual side, understanding that man exists in your body, and what's the relationship between your body and your soul, your body and your mind, and how you can balance all of those things as one ages so that you can achieve greater wellness and greater health.
Allison, who's the ideal person to attend this?
Well, not only are we focusing on the seniors themselves, but also their caregivers. The caregivers, professionals that are working with seniors, social workers, nurses, healthcare professionals. It's anyone can benefit from this. And so we want to not only focus on the senior, but their caregiver as well.
And Kevin, what sort of programs are going to be offered this year?
Well, in addition to the general panel, which looks at holistic aging, we're going to Redstone Federal Credit Union is going to provide all of our financial information, how to protect an older person's assets, what you should know before one invests. We're going to look at caregiving issues. That's a growing concern for many of our audiences.
Why is that?
Well, people are living longer, and as people live longer, all of the issues associated with aging will increase, and a number of persons are having to be caregivers for informal caregivers for their family members, or bring formal caregivers into the home.
Now, this is a conference that's going to begin Thursday on September 14th. Allison, it's going to be a busy day. Talk about some of the programs, and everything that's going to take place.
The day will start out, everyone will be together in a nice, large facility. We're at Union Chapel Baptist Church up on Winchester Road. Then they will break out into sessions, and that's where you can really get some detailed information. We have Chef Jeff will be with us this year cooking. It's his third year. Chef Jeff will provide lunch for us, and it is free, and we just need you to sign up or call to register so that we can know to provide the meal for you.
And let's go ahead and put that graphic up there because we are running out of time. Again, it's the annual Successful Aging Initiative, Thursday, September 14th from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. As Allison did mention, Union Chapel Baptist Church in Huntsville. There's the number on your screen to call.
It's a free event.
That's the best part.
Yes,
all right. Allison, thank you.
It's always
Kevin,
good to see you.
Same here. And stay with us. You're watching WAAY 31 News Midday.
I'm fast, but never furious.
My retirement community is called the USA.
When it comes to finances, I'd rather give the orders.
I'm making a living and a future.
You're more than money. We're more than a credit union. Join Lister Hill Credit Union and you won't be a customer. You'll be a member for life. And along the way, our financial professionals will get to know more than just your account numbers. Lister Hill. Join us. It's easy.
Why do you shop at iMart Express?
They charge an honest price.
Fabulous prices and great brand names.
Definitely the prices. They're easy to work with.
You guys have it all.
And everybody's so nice and helpful. They spent time with us like they really cared. I think he looks 10 years younger.
2 complete pairs, designer frames, only $98.61. University Drive Northwest, across from Walmart.
I tell my kids, if they buy glasses anywhere else, they're wasting their money.
Marge, how are you? Helen, where are you? I thought I called your home number. You sure did, but thanks to Verizon Wireless, my home number is now my cell number. Well, how'd you do that? I simply went to N2 Wireless, an authorized agent for Verizon Wireless. They transferred my home number to my cell. Now I'm not tied to my house anymore. I can run my errands, go shopping, or I can even travel if I feel like it, without the worry of missing important phone calls. And the best part is, I only have one phone bill now. Helen, gotta go. I'm going to N2 Wireless.
Grillers of America, Kroger salutes you.
No matter who you are, no matter what you're cooking, you all take pride in what you do. Grillers, this is your time of year, and Kroger is the best place for everything you need. We offer only the highest quality so that your favorites can always turn out perfectly. Grillers of America, at Kroger we hold our spatulas in the air and salute you.
Dear Dr. Z, I know Daimler Chrysler invented the minivan, but how's the quality?
Kim, check out our unique Stow and Go on this Chrysler Town and Country. And it's 5-star crash test rated.
But
hey, look what I found. JD Power Award for the highest ranked van in initial quality.
It's back. Employee pricing plus up to $2,500 cash allowance. Get our employee price on most 2006 Chrysler vehicles.
Well, the football season is almost here. Many people are putting together their fantasy leagues, but Julie Montanaro shows you how some football widows in Florida are putting together a league of their own.
These fantasy leaguers can't wait for the season to start. But in this game, you don't draft quarterbacks or tight ends. You draft husbands.
Well, you can draft 3 new husbands each week. Me, who do I like?
Yeah.
Just my eye candy Kevin.
It's just fun.
And what do women talk about? Men.
It is called the Fantasy Husband League. Your pick of 20 hunky husbands with names like Austin and Chad. And women place bets on how well they'll tackle a host of relationship quandaries.
Some responses that we're looking and we're saying, hey, that's a great response. You know, there's other responses that we're saying, you know, that's kind of a mediocre response. And then there's other responses that we are, you know, how can this guy say
Right.
this?
What
You
was
know?
he thinking?
I mean, yeah, they don't.
You can pick a scoundrel who can have a good week.
Right, yeah. You know.
Tallahassee accountant Kim Kramer cooked up the idea for the web game. The answers come from real men who, for obvious reasons, will remain anonymous. Licensed marriage counselors grade the men's responses, but it's the women who score points or lose them when they bet on the wrong bow.
Dumbfounded.
Did you dump him? Right. And see what's great
gone.
All right, in the game, if you don't like your 3 husbands one week, you can trade them in and get 3 more new husbands.
The next
now, what
week.
a fantasy is that?
Want to lose weight and keep eating the foods you love? Go for it. Want to bring back the fun of shopping for clothes? You can do it. Want to watch your waistline shrink while enjoying the same foods as everyone else? Be our guest. Visit a Weight Watchers meeting for free. Discover why people who attend Weight Watchers meetings lose 3 times more weight than those who go it alone. Visit a meeting for free. And if you decide to join, pay only $15. Weight Watchers. Watch yourself change.
When the tents go up, the prices come down. Family Ford in Florence. 100 new Ford model cars and trucks must be sold to make room for the 07. Save over X900 on an F-150 Super Cab. 75% savings on the F-150 regular cab XL. Save over $6,100 on a Ford 500 SE. Save $10,500 on a Ford Expedition XLT. Family Ford will beat any verifiable low price deal by $300 guaranteed. Get 0% APR financing during the big tent sale at Family Ford, Florence Boulevard, Florence.
I was just getting to the good part when Uncle Ernie dropped his toms. Oh, I'd seen that look before. It was heartburn. Before you could say duck sauce, I was there with my Pepsi Complete. I told him only Pepsi Complete starts to neutralize acid on contact and keeps heartburn from coming back all day or all night. In no time, Uncle Ernie was in moo-shoo heaven, and I had my eye on the spicy dumpling. Pepsi Complete, just one and heartburn's done.
Jerry Springer, he may be the king of talk.
Everything hurts. My hair hurts.
But when it comes to his dancing,
I don't have a prayer.
Words can't describe it. Dancing with the Stars, live 2-hour premiere, Tuesday, September 12th at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
Well, things are looking pretty good around many portions of the valley right now, but
there's some rain coming.
Yeah, but
it's not a bad thing. Yeah, let's take a look. Storm Force 31 live radar there. Put it in motion, and
You can see the heavier showers now coming through sections of Colbert and Lauderdale County. That is good news. Also, southern Middle Tennessee getting a little bit of rainfall. Now, who's going to cash in on this rainfall? Likely the Shoals, because there is a glob of rain in North Mississippi, and it's moving directly towards Colbert and Lauderdale counties. I think we will get a shower out of this a little bit later on this afternoon. 7-day forecast. This is all just along ahead of a cold front that will pass through here a little bit later on this afternoon. Behind it, there is drier air. That drier air will hold the temperatures down for the next several days. And I'll tell you what, the mornings, if you remember last week, the mornings that were very nice, comfortable, mid-60s, we're going to see some of those the next several days.
All right. Thanks very much, Keller. Thank you for making us a part of your late morning. Count us for more news tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Have a great day, Tennessee Valley.
Why are you still on dial-up instead of Bell South Fast Access DSL?
Money. For our budget, yeah. I can't afford it. He has a bad job, so.
I work for your dad.
Actually, Bell South Fast Access DSL is as low as $24.95 a month.
Really?
Yeah, but some of those companies will start you off on one. They usually start you at that rate.
Then they hit you with a real price.